So Claudia now has two bodies. Diamond gets some ass, and Walter Flynn really shows how vicious he can be. But was the episode still good? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this one right here, guys, we're talking Power, Book 4, Force, Season 1, Episode 6, titled, This Is Who We Are. And that is the title of this episode. This is a line of dialogue that Tommy gave Claudia at the end when they were trying to bury her second body. And guys, just want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen it. You have been warned. And as you're watching, let me know what you thought about the episode, my commentary. Just let me know all that good stuff and feel free to spoil below. But this was another great episode. I thought episode 5 was the best that we've had all season, especially with the shootout. It was very unfortunate that, we lost two people with E. I think his name was Ezekiel, and also Simon. That's really, really unfortunate. Jannard is not taking the news well right now. He's at the funeral and he's whining to Diamond about that. And that just kind of bothers me about his character. I always make fun of him in every recap I do, saying that he always is turning up his face like, and he's doing that here. I agree with Diamond 100%. Like, hey man, we all agreed to this, okay? E was a grown-ass man. He agreed to it. And so I don't know what the problem is. If we would have succeeded, if he wouldn't have died, you would have been like, man, this was the best idea ever. I mean, you thought that when they was in the barbershop and Diamond explained it to you. Hey, Diamond, if we're going to do this, if we're going to team up with Tommy and the Flynn's, what do we get out of this? 34%. Oh, well, that 34% does sound nice. That extra 1% is going to compound like a mother effer. I think those were his exact words, so I may be paraphrasing. So you was cool with it then, Jannard, but now you want to be upset? Nah, homie, it don't work like that. And show respect at the funeral, just like your brother told you to. And the same thing with Polly talking about Simon at the wake that they was having at the bar. Flynn was very upset with Vic, and Vic didn't really seem like he was that remorseful. I was like, bro, you was in the wrong. You went behind your dad's back, and because of that, you lost the body. You've been knowing this dude since I was 3 years old, and now he's in the box. And so Walter has every right to be upset with Vic right now, and Vic wasn't that apologetic to me. I mean, he was just like, okay, yeah, whatever, get over it. His pride was really getting to him right there, and I really don't understand that. That didn't make any sense to me. Well, I mean, it made sense. That's just his character. I just didn't like it. And I've always been back and forth with Vic in this show because on one hand, he was cool, but in other times I thought he was a creeper by the way he's always sneaking up on Gloria. And that's just backwards to me. It seems like she is not in love with him, then she loves him, then she's not in love with him, then she loves him. I mean, they've been consistent with the 5th and 6th episode because he showed her the land talking about Vic. And now they was coming out of some building and he's like, hey, you're going to come to dinner, the family dinner. And I don't care what my dad says. I already told him. And she's like, oh, wonderful. And then that gets shot at. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead right now, but I just had Vic on my mind and I wanted to talk about him for a second, but that's just a little backwards for me right there. But even at the very beginning of this episode, Mai is dead. Claudia killed her, stabbed her in the back, and really didn't think about the aftermath, the repercussions of this. And she calls Tommy. And this is crazy because Tommy already had the leeway. He already had the advantage because you don't know nothing about this life, Claudia. You know how to make the drugs and, be professional and run the numbers. And you did come through with the FBI on their raid and you provided the manifest. And that's dope right there. But you don't know this life, and Tommy already had the advantage. Now that you done kill somebody without thinking about it, he helped you out. You definitely owe him now, I know you're trying to get your boy Reggie in there, but it's like, no, we don't know Reggie. I don't want Reggie in my life. He's not going to get part of, no. Leave Reggie alone. And he kept calling. He called about 3 or 4 times in this whole episode. And wait a minute, Tommy, I trusted you and Liliana here. I love you, but she's 2 feet in, and where's Reggie? F Reggie. If Reggie don't know, Reggie don't need none of this, okay? And so Claudia, You just can't be going to, now the last bar that you killed at the end of the episode, I mean, I understand that. That's completely self-defense right there. You did what you were supposed to do 100%. You know, but my thing, you probably should have thought about that, because you had to bring, well, you didn't have to bring him in, but Tommy went to the cook that was helping mine to make the dollar drug and all that good stuff right there. We also see Liliana and Tommy trying to move things around. They're making deals with Claudia, talking about, hey, we're going to be doing these locker box things, these locker drops. And of course, I thought about Power Book 2, Ghost with Tariq. I almost forgot his name. And, you know, all that jazz over there. And I was like, are they really going to do this again? But it worked. Now, y'all let me know, did Liliana just seem super obvious as hell with her camera, just like, yes, I'm trying to be a ninja here and let no one see me, inconspicuous? It was just like, dang, man, like, I don't know, maybe nobody would just notice if they just walking by real quick trying to get in and out. But I'm just saying, if somebody is stopped to tie their shoe, look at their phone, check their watch, or just sitting on the bench, you know, killing time, you standing out like a sore thumb, you know. Like, I was just like, my goodness gracious, what's going on? Can you make it more obvious? But, you know, hey, I guess it worked out for the show. I did not like Tommy's suit or whatever. I thought that was whack. I mean, I don't know what that was, a jacket with the front and the back cut out. I was not feeling that at all. I was like, bro, just put on a regular suit. I mean, y'all just see me in these little hoodies or whatever, but I try to be somewhat fashionable, or pre-pandemic. I'm not gonna lie. Since the pandemic started, I think I've earned iron clothes maybe 2 times. You know what I'm saying? But that was a whack suit. I did not like that. I did not like that at all. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about Tommy's suit below. I thought it was horrible. Now let me back up here. Claudia is suspecting that her dad is sick. Hey, what's going on? You've had that cough for some time. And Walter, what are you doing? Why don't you just tell your family, okay? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Polly recognizes that you're sick too. He finds you passed out on the ground. You can't hide nothing from him. Vic already knows. So Vic knows, Polly knows. Why don't you just go ahead and let Claudia know as well, just so there's not any more beef when you do die and they're trying to fight over the mantle about who is going to be in charge over the family. Get it done, man, and just go ahead and have that conversation. You're just making things harder on yourself, in my opinion. And we also have to back up a little bit more too, or go forward with this right here. The trio is broken apart. Tommy is no longer part of the crew. Jannard, Vic, and Diamond just say, hey, man, you bad for business. We don't want to F with you no more. We'll buy all of your keys to make you whole. I really can't get mad at them for doing that, because their plan did not run smoothly. It may be an emotional decision, because they did, you know, Jannard was like, look, man, we just dropped roses for one person each in our group. You didn't drop it for nobody, you know. We helped you out. We lost something. You didn't lose anything. You the only one that gained something. You know what I'm saying? And so I just don't like how this is playing out right here. So I kind of understand where Jannard is coming from, but at the same time, it still is an emotional decision. Y'all let me know what you think below. I think that was also just trying to redeem his character in this episode, because he's just been so annoying to me all season. But now they're trying to make him seem rational when they're in the barbershop and he's talking to Jannard like, hey, we can't go after the Serps again. We don't have the manpower. They're going to come back. So whatever we make, this is 10% in the escrow. That's not even our money. Okay, yeah, I like how calculating he's being right now. That's smart. That's dope. And they also had the scene to where they was at the Serp pipeline that they took over, just peeping the scene, making sure everything is copacetic. And they're bonding. He's smoking a blunt and all this. And again, just trying to make him seem rational and that he knows what he's talking about. But still, I just don't like the guy. I don't trust him either. I remember in episode 3, I believe, that they had the boxing match and he threw the fight. And, you know, him and Ezekiel was talking about at the end. I wonder how that's going to play out, you know, if that's going to circle back around or if it was just filler. Y'all let me know. But I'm still not, you know, in love with Jannard. He's still getting on my nerve and he's annoying to me. And, you know, we're going to see how things play out. But I do want Diamond to stay on top above him, because I just think that's the way it should go. Now, y'all going to have to help me out right here. I feel like I should know who this character is. But the character that Jannard hired for the $5,000 to babysit Tommy, is that the person that shot up the club, JP's club, or was that Ezekiel that shot up the club? I can't remember. I'm sorry about that. So don't beat me up in the comments. But he got spooked out when he went to JP's crib and heard the conversation about blowing rainbows up his ass. And he was like, what is going on? Hey, man, find somebody else for the job. I don't want this. Here go the $5,000 back. find somebody else for the job and just walked out. I was like, damn, he was serious. he didn't, no explanation at all. Just get out of here. And so I don't remember who he is. Y'all help me out. I just couldn't put it together. So my bad there, but I'm just kind of curious on how all that's going to play out. But speaking about it, JP don't want no more charity. He wants to get in with Tommy, and Tommy is not trying to hear all that. I think that'll eventually happen, but do we really trust JP? Do we really? You think this is a good idea? Do you think Tommy and JP should team up? Tommy may need some help because remember, Diamond, Jannard, and Vic don't want to deal with him no more. So I know he got Liliana, and I know he has Claudia, but he's going to need some more muscle. And, Liliana can only do so much. So, I don't know. I mean, JP's not my favorite character, but we'll see how things play out. Now, who do y'all think are the people that tried to shoot Gloria and Vic? Do you think it was the Serbs? Let me know. I'm not sure. Not Vic, but Walter was pissed off. Vic comes in there. Man, I almost got taken out today. What? What the fuck? What happened? I bet it was those CBI spooks, those niggers. This dumbass white supremacist over here. No, it wasn't. Vic said the shooter was white as day or white as snow or whatever he, had to say. And Flynn didn't have anything to say right there. But who do y'all think it was? Now, we're going to talk about how Walter Flynn retaliated and whether y'all liked it or not. But next, we have Diamond. He's going to the diner. And this fine, attractive woman named Adrian, it was Adrian or Adria, is sitting in his booth. They're talking, getting along, and I was like, man, this seems like a setup, like I don't know what. They go back and smash, and, it looked like it was pretty good, like they was having fun, and he's like, oh, man, thank you. It's been a minute. I didn't know how much I can do. You're just saying it to make me feel better. Well, do you feel better? And I'm sorry, I'm teasing too much, but I'm just saying, she was cute, though. But wait a minute, why is she popping up at the crib unannounced the next day? Come on now. Now, of course, she has to be some plant, some cop, something, because as soon as she leaves the crib, it's work. As soon as she smashes and get them to soften up a little bit, warm them and butter them up, she gets a text, she gets a call, I got to leave. And then she gets some notification, Diamond sentenced to jail 15 years ago. I'm like, yeah, this is a clear setup. I'm just saying. It is realistic to have some level of game to where you can meet somebody the same night and sleep with them on the male and the female side, of course. But the way this went down, it was just a bit too easy. She is trying to get over on him. I'm just saying. And I'm pretty sure Diamond is smart enough to know that. Jannard seems like he would be stupid enough to like, oh my God, she really likes me, thinks that strippers like him or something, which is crazy. That's something that I think that Jannard was fought for. But Diamond, I think he's smart enough to know that he's being played like a fool, but he's like, hey, at least let me bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not going to touch you at all. Hey, he may kind of pillow talk with her again. And hey, it's been a minute. I've been locked up for 15 years. She's just going to pop up in my booth. Well, hey, let's go ahead and get it in. So Diamond, don't be a fool now. Realize what's going on, that you're getting played. So don't give away just too much information, but bust as many nuts as you can safely. Wrap up, strap up, all that good stuff, and send this cop, underground suspect, undercover ninja on her way or whatever, with a nice wig or hair, whatever it is. It looks good on you. I'm not going to lie about that. And her nipples did look good too. I got to throw that in there as well. They gave us the shot and I was like, oh, those are nice. So y'all tell me what y'all think down below as well. And I almost forgot, we got to talk about how high this Dahlia drug is getting people. Mr. Soto, no, not Mr., Mrs. Soto and Moelshi. Moelshi didn't take the hit, but Mrs. Soto did. She said, holy God. Ha, ha, ha. Man, it was truly scary, the look they had on their face when they got that high. And they didn't even snort that much. She was like, she's experienced. She done did some drugs before, both of them. And they're like, ha, 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 ha. I don't want to be that high. I'm good on that. But like I said at the beginning of this episode, y'all, Walter Flynn, he really did show how epic and dangerous he can be. He just walked in there unapologetic and just shot all these dudes in the face. I'm like, damn. And I wonder what mess he done started if it wasn't even the Serbs that did it. He's going around killing the wrong people. Dude say, matter of fact, she can tell him. Bam. I was like, golly. And that's just, imagine being shot in the neck. You don't just die instantly. You can't breathe. You're dying. You're scared. You're panicking. That has to be scary as hell, man. That's interesting right there. Because You know, I always said, like, you know, Walter Flynn, he's the head honcho up there. He don't really seem like a threat, not that threatening. You know, Merkovich, the dude's henchman that he just killed, supposedly seems like more of a threat. But now Walter Flynn does too. Everybody dropping bodies now. Walter Flynn, Claudia, everybody. So it's going down. Another great, I mean, it's not as good as episode 5, but it was still a great episode. I really did enjoy it, and I'm interested in seeing what happens in episode 7. So guys, that is my little recap, my little breakdown of the episode, the spoiler recap. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next week, same place, same time. But before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. And that's just my opinion. Peace.